Yes. So it's also going to be a session that we're going to have conversation. Okay. Conversation because we need to catch up. Okay. All right. Because sometimes you do an introduction and it sounds so basic. Okay. When I say it sounds so basic, I want to let this session to be a bit of a conversation. Okay. So because I think we've got Muhle and Tembison. Okay, cool. So the session there is over simple. Uh but firstly I wanna hear your side, Muhle, because you are the one who is new, okay, on this session. I'm waiting for a couple of guys to join in this week, but they're not available tonight. So it has to be Butle on this session. Okay, Butle, what is your understanding in terms of the definition of Forex?
Sure. Forex markets, it's the pairs, like it always goes as two pairs. I suppose I don't know what's the correct way of saying it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So in Forex trading, what, okay, so your understanding, what, when we say we are trading, what exactly are we doing?
Money is moving around.
Okay. Okay, so how do you make money as a trader if money is moving around?
So you just guess in terms of which one is going to be moving to the right direction.
Okay.
So it's more like gambling.
Okay. Okay. No, let's do the introduction, okay? So that we can have more understanding, okay? Because I want you to have that mindset that number one, when we are talking about Forex, we are talking about the foreign exchange, and it is one of the largest and the most liquid financial markets. And right now it's no longer, so this document, we prepared this document around 2015. So that was 10 years ago, actually, where we prepared this document. And we had an office in town. There's a place called 320 in town. There's also, we moved an office to Umhlanga. There's a place called Umhlanga in Devon. So we had an office even on that side where we were working on with a couple of traders. We did some session there. So this was the document that we used to do an introduction in terms of trading. Okay. So at that time, the forex market was the most liquid with over $5.4 trillion traded a day. So this is amount of money that is right there in circulation in the forex market. When you say in circulation, we are talking about the money that is available for any trader. It's almost like, when you go to the ocean or to the sea or to the beach, whereby if you go there, there's a lot of water available. Okay, sea water, obviously. But you can use a bucket, you can use a truck, you can use a JoJo tank, whatever you may use to grab some water. But it's all depending on your knowledge. It's all depending on your resources, which is money in this case. It's also depending on your strategy. You can use a pipe, you can get more water using a pipe drawing out. If you've got, I think you've seen a couple of people when they go to the sea or to the ocean, they carry 5 liters, 2 liters with some sand. That is how much capacity they can carry based on the container they have. So same story with the market. Based on your strategy, based on your knowledge, also based on the resources, which is money, the amount of money you're funded with on your account. That is how much money you can potentially make. For example, 10% of $100 is it's about $10. A 10% of $1,000 is $100. A 10% of a 10,000 US dollars is about $1,000. Can you see that the more money you have, if you make a 10%, you make different amount. If you've got $500 and you grow your account every week by 10%, you're basically making about $50. $50 is close to 1,000 Rand. It's a lot of money in the beginning stage. That is why in the beginning stage of your trading career, you should always focus on understanding and knowledge and testing things out. Okay. So when we say Forex, we are actually referring to the market where currencies are being traded. So currencies are being traded, currencies like your dollar, like your pound. So a dollar is a currency from USA, basically US dollar, because there's also New Zealand dollar, there's also Australian dollar, there's also Zimbabwean dollar. Okay. There's also a pound. A pound is the name of a currency that is from UK, which is United Kingdom, which is Great Britain pound. And then you've got Europe, euro. Okay. This is a currency of collective of different countries in Europe, like your France, different countries in Europe. So you've got the euro, okay? Combination of different countries. Then you've got South African rand. We've got our own currency. So the way we make money based on exchange rates. So if an exchange rate of the dollar versus the rand, if ever the rand is stronger, when you say strength or weaknesses, okay? So basically, if you say a certain currency is going to be gaining strength, how you determine is based on technical analysis, where you analyze based on the graph or the charts, or you analyze based on what is being said on the news, which is your fundamentals. For example, did you see the speech by the president earlier this year? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Did you see the reaction of the rand or the reaction by other political parties in terms of the speech by the president?
Mm.
So what was your thought on it? Hmm?
What's the question?
The reaction of the reaction after the speech by the president of the political party, and your thought on how it affected the rand afterwards.
It increased.
So the exchange rates. So basically, the rand became strong after the speech.
Is it?
I'm just asking. Okay, you did not check, ne?
Mm-mm.
You're not following the news at that time. Okay. Okay, so that's okay. That's good. Okay, that's okay. So from now on, okay, you must remember that whenever there is a speech by the president of the currency that you are trading, that is definitely you're gonna you that's definitely gonna affect your current, that's definitely gonna affect your portfolio. So you have to follow, as much as sometimes you don't actually need to follow them, but you need to be aware about them, okay? Because that can affect the strength of the currency you are trading. So if it does affect the currency you are trading, it means it's definitely going to affect your money, okay? Your money is on the trading platform of a broker. But if you are trading a rand and there's a speech by the president, or there's a speech by the Minister of Finance of the currency you are trading, or there's a speech by the governor of the Reserve Bank of the currency that you are trading. So if you are trading South African rand and the governor is speaking about interest rates, know that that is definitely gonna affect the currency that you are trading. That it can be weak, it can be strong, depending on how investors and traders interpret what was being said. So if they interpret as positive, they've got confidence, the perception is good, definitely that currency is going to be stronger. Hence, you're going to see it going up, and then you can buy that currency while you are selling another. Remember, in trading, if you are buying something, it means you are selling something. For you to buy the dollar, you are selling the rand. For you to buy the pound, you are selling the dollar. Okay, there needs to be an exchange. Okay, so we trade exchange rates in the foreign in forex market, but also you can trade your commodities like your gold, like your oil. Remember, the prices of oil, they go up and down every day. So if the price of oil is going down, you can trade and sell it and make a profit. So and also the price of gold, if the gold is dropping, you can sell it and make a profit, buy it when the price start going up, and then make another profit. Just a quick one. Okay, do you know what is the difference between a currency and a share of a company? The currency of a country and a share of a company. For example, in our case, let's say a share of Shoprite. Or maybe let's just say the difference between the forex market and the stock market. Hello? Still there? Okay.
Ulele. Because
Eh?
imakhi yakhe uyimute la and imakhi yakho uyimute la and akakhuluma ngimazwi.
Oh, all right. Okay, no problem. Okay. Let's just
Trying to
go.
unmute. I don't know what's happening. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
she's there, she's there.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Okay. So do you know the difference between the forex market and the stock market?
Forex and stock.
Yes.
I don't know. The other one is more stable, well, in terms of the risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one is more stable?
The stock, you can buy the stock and without trading, right?
Yes.
And just store it somewhere and it can to keep increasing.
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Now, I was just asking from your side, what exactly is the difference?
So, like for example, the stock I can own it. You know, it's sort of like an ownership of a certain portion. Um, yeah, you can own a stock of a certain company.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah, and then the
perfect.
share. Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Let me just quickly go through. Okay, maybe let's just go through the notes. Okay. So the difference is when we are talking right now, back in 2014, 2015, 2017, the stock market, the stock market is where you've got companies that are listed. So in South Africa, we've got a Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We've got companies that are listed there that can be publicly traded. So you've got your Shoprites, you've got your Sasol, you've got your Pick and Pay. Recently, new listing was We Buy Cars. Another listing was also a Boxer, the big listing that have been there. So we've got companies, companies that are focusing on gold, companies that are on retail, companies, that are focusing on clothes, furniture. different countries, even automobiles, different countries. So these companies are listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, so on the stock market. If you go to America, they've got a New York Stock Exchange, and they've also got Nasdaq. They've also, if you go to London or UK, they've got the London Stock Exchange. If you go to China, same story. If you go to, you know, Australia, same story. Okay, so these companies are listed on these stock market exchanges. Why? Because they want to raise money through investors that are buying their shares. So in the stock market, you've got listed companies that are selling off their shares. So when you buy a share, you are simply investing in the company. So there are many industries that are listed in the stock market, but the difference is the forex market, you are talking about currencies. Currencies is open 24 hours in a day. Stock market is only for about 8 hours in a day. So when I say 8 hours, I mean in South Africa, you cannot trade in GSE. You cannot buy shares and get your order executed after certain hours. Okay. And also you cannot buy or sell after certain hours because the JSE, the stock market has closed. It works only about 8 hours, and within those 8 hours is where you will see the rand being very active, because in those hours, these are the hours where these companies are operating. Never mind your 24-hour restaurants or 24-hour BNB, whatever. But the stock market, it has hours, it open, then it close. Same story in New York, it open, then it's closed. Same story in London, it's open, then it close. So within those hours is where you will see the currency of that country being so volatile. Okay. So in the stock
Mm-hmm.
market, you talk about companies. In the first market, you talk about currencies of different countries. So that's a difference. Okay. So,
Mm.
and then currencies are always quoted in pairs. So you never see one currency. So it's always going to be the dollar versus the rand, or the pound versus the dollar, Australia versus USD. So you're always going to see them in pairs. Okay. So because you're comparing one currency versus another. Okay. And for example, if you can compare the dollar versus the rand. For example, if you're traveling to USA, you will have to exchange your rand for the dollar. Why? Because if you go in the streets in USA and you want to buy some food, you want to buy some drinks, you know, you need to change your rand into dollars. So it means you need to sell your rand and buy some dollars. Okay, same story. If any person is coming to South Africa and they want to buy some, maybe amadumbe, or they want to buy some chips or fruits on the streets. The vendors on the streets, they don't know anything about the dollar. Maybe they know, but they cannot use it as change if someone else want to buy. So you have to change your dollar into rand, or your pound into rand, or your euro into rand. So basically, currencies are traded against one another. They are always quoted in pairs. So if you are buying one, it means you are selling another one. Okay. If one is stronger, it's one versus another one. Okay. So the market structure. The market structure is basically understanding who are these people that are trading in the first market. Okay. Remember, if you go to school, primary school, chances are there are certain age groups. Okay. In primary school, there's going to be a security person, there's going to be a teacher, there's going to be students, certain age group, there's going to be maybe a prefect, someone who is looking after the class, different people within that market. But in the market structure, you've got your market maker, you've got your dealers, you've got retail traders. These are individual investors who are buying, trading currencies, trading gold, trading shares, you know. Then you've got your hedge fund managers. These people are trading for companies or organization like your you know, like your old mutual organization, like your uh, many companies out there, you know, many companies that manage money for people like Liberty, so many companies that people can invest their money on. So you've got those people, your hedge fund manager, okay? But also you've got also retail traders, people that are using their personal money to invest. You've got the bankers. So there's so many, even the government is part and parcel of the forex market. So the government is also there in within the market. Okay. So you have to understand that 95% of the money is by the banks or the market makers. It's also by the hedge fund. So only 5% is by retail traders. When I talk about retail traders, I'm talking about individual traders who are trading their own money. Okay. We said the market is 24 hours. It opens on Sunday, 11 p.m. is closed on Friday. So on the weekends, you cannot trade currencies on these brokers that you trade with. But because of new technology now and new development of currencies, you can trade cryptocurrencies. Okay. So cryptocurrencies are your digital currencies. These are currencies that are not regulated in terms of a reserve bank. So these are digital currencies, cryptocurrencies. Okay. And because the market is 24 hours, you can literally customize according to your schedule. So you can trade in the morning, or you can trade in the evening, or you can trade, you know, around 2 a.m. So basically, according to the way that we prepare this document, okay? So between 11 and 2 a.m., you cannot really trade much unless there's some news. You can see the market moves around those time. So we call that a dead cap. But between 2:30 and 9 a.m., it's an Asian session where Asian markets are open. We say Asian markets, we are talking about, you know, Asia, like your China, like your Australia, like your New Zealand. So they are open. All of these countries that are in Asia, they are operating, they are working, but in terms of our time zone, it's around 2, it's around 2:30, it's around 1 a.m., you know, those early hours. If you've got time, in those times, you can trade the currencies in Asia, like we've said before, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, you know, the currency from China. You can trade the New Zealand dollar. You can trade the Japanese yen. Okay. Also, these are the times where if you are familiar with companies from Japan, Australia, New Zealand, you can also go to their stock market and invest or buy their companies. Okay, because that is a session where their markets are open. And then in the morning, around 8:30, 9 to 3 p.m., you can trade the London session. London session and European session are basically where the pound and the euro are. They've got a lot of movements. Okay. So during the day, you can trade the pound, you can trade the UK 100s, you can trade the DEX, you can trade, even you can go as further as in their stock market, where you go and buy shares in companies that are based in UK and even companies that are based in Europe. Okay. And then the last session of the day, obviously according to the time zone in South Africa, this is your New York session. So it started off around 3:30. Obviously, a lot of news are released around 2:30 in South Africa, South African time. So you can see even around 2:30, a lot of movement. New York session is a session of the US markets. The US markets is your dollar, it's your Canadian dollar. You see a lot of movement around those. So any pair that is USD, it moves a lot around from 2:30 up until even 10 p.m. Just say 10 p.m. Okay. So you can literally trade this current. Obviously, you look at the movement, you look at the setup, you look at the analysis, you look at the news report before you place a trade. Okay. And I think we can stop here. I think we can stop here. Let me take any question for the next 5 minutes. I think we can stop here, and then next time we can discuss the brokers. And okay, let me just show you an example of something here.
King, i-tick mill injani kwi-Nasdaq ne-USDT?
Tickmill, they're very cheap. They're very cheap for you to make good money. Number one, Tickmill on
Right,
Nasdaq
ne?
is very cheap, but for you to make money on it, you need to increase your lot size. Okay, see that movement is already as per our analysis earlier, already the movement. Look at that. Look at that. You get
I still remember izolo and ngitshe manje ukuthi yes.
yeah. I think always okay. I asked for a screenshot, ne?
Izolo yes it
Yeah.
did. Then
See,
I
the
just
movement is
analyzed
already
it.
happening.
Oh,
Yeah, look at
now
that.
I'm becoming good.
Now?
I'm becoming good. I can see myself.
Well
I can see
well
myself
done, man.
because
You
I've
killed
been
it.
watching the market for a whole week, like every
Yeah,
day, like, and all those pairs are going the same direction that I
yeah.
was predicted.
See, look at that.
Look at this
As
drop.
as per
Yes, yes.
as per our analysis, okay? Okay, this is US Tech, by the
Yeah.
way, for Ubuhle, ne? So US Tech is an index from USA. It's for the tech companies like your Tesla, like your Meta, like your Amazon, those tech companies. Okay. So when you say US
Okay.
500, it's those top 500 companies in USA. So this is a mixture, not just tech companies, but also banks and also companies in the manufacturing industry. Okay. So US 500 is just the top 500 companies that are listed in the USA. Okay. Then you've got US 30. This is the top 30. These are the top 30 companies. Also, this is also known as the Dow Jones. When somebody says Dow Jones, just know they're talking about this. When somebody says Wall Street 30, know they're talking about US 30. Okay. I'm curious what's happening on Bitcoin right now. Okay. So
I never
So it's
traded it.
your question is basically right now, what I can say is that tick mill is very cheap. But if you wanna make big money, you can find big amounts. You can find with bigger amounts, and then let's say we trader just increase the lot size.
Increase the lot
But they
size.
are very cheap. It's very cheap. Even if 0.01,
Okay.
okay, with 0.01, you don't make money as many as other brokers. So you need to increase the loss maybe to 0.10 for you to make good money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
So you can see here.
Maybe like
So this is GDP USD.
maybe
Okay. Yep.
like, hmm?
I'm saying let's take questions.
No, I wanted to share my trading view because I just installed it. If it's the same as your one.
Okay. On my side, I'm using the okay. You wanna share your trading view? Okay.
I wanted to share my screen.
You wanna share your
Okay, wait,
screen? Okay.
quickly.
Uzithandodile sigebengu.
Okay.
Wait, do I have access to share? No.
I'm looking for
No,
that
not yet.
actually. How can? All right. Let's try this. Can you try maybe share something?
Yeah.
Okay. You might have an access.
Share entire screen. Let me know if you can see.
Hmm?
No, we see nothing, Malabush.
But I am sharing.
Yeah, we don't see anything though.
But you
Please
don't.
grant browser access to screen recording. I don't know. Thing.
Or else we can talk after this meeting. Then I'll teach you some of the things. It's fine.
Share. Oh wait, let's see the window.
Hmm.
Can you see?
Not yet. Still waiting. Maybe I should say this.
Mm.
Okay.
But is it loading or showing anything?
It's showing your name.
Yeah. Showing your name.
Oh, you can see it now.
Only your name.
Only on
It's
what?
blank. Only your name.
Is this?
Yeah. Eating.
80, it's asking if I want to share.
Yes.
Yes. Share.
Can you see it now?
No.
The entire screen. Oh, it doesn't allow the entire screen.
Doesn't allow.
But trading view.
Okay, let me try.
You only show your name. That's all.
Okay, maybe what you can do is just create a meeting, then invite us, okay?
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Just send us an invitation on WhatsApp or Telegram.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Let me do
Let me
that.
end this meeting. That is the end of tonight's session. I think we'll do another session within the next 2 days, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Okay, bye guys.